Pennsylvania. I am sitting out here this morning just enjoying the weather. It's beautiful. And today, this weekend, I've been hired by a Hispanic Christian community. They're Assembly of God, and their pastor asked me to come talk to their congregation or their group. It's a couples retreat about sex, and I was really surprised because a lot of Christian community, like when I talk to people about sex or when I mention what I do, they are like, or they won't, they're not interested, or they look down on it, or how could you, I get so much of that in my childhood. But I'm telling y'all, something's changing in people. I think people realize they need to talk about this topic. They need healthier relationships with sex. They don't know, like, there's a way that we've been taught that it's just been so harmful. And I was just so grateful. So some of the things we've talked about in the Hispanic community, there's machismo, and it has caused some harm in the relationships. Like the couples talked about the way that like this sort of entitled male being too strong and that they can't share their feelings at times has like caused rifts in their relationships. And these were just cultural beliefs that they were taught. They also talked about how when nobody talked to them about sex, they would have children at a very young age, at 13 and 14, if they were given no education. But if they were given education to their kids or to themselves, they waited. And that's research, by the way. When you get comprehensive sex education, people wait to have sex until later ages, and they're safer in their choices, and they can be more thoughtful and discerning about how they make those decisions. And so it was interesting. I had a father who basically said that he knew he needed to talk to his daughter about sex, but he was terrified because he didn't know what to do. But he had seen what was going on with the girls, and he wanted to help protect her from that. And so this community, I just got to say, it's been so powerful to talk to them, to share my values. There were times when our values diverged, and I would call that out because I do know enough about myself and people in the Christian community to know that there are some differences. But I love everybody and I love all your values, and I just want you all to have a healthy sex life. Like, regardless, sex is universal. And so there were times when I'd speak and I'd say, hey, this is where I'm going to be different. Is this okay? And they'd say, yes, it's okay. And so I would share what I believed. And what was interesting is I had several pastors in the group that were very sex positive, like surprisingly so, which I don't know. I think maybe the tides are changing. But when I would say certain things that were not, I wasn't speaking from a religious standpoint. I was speaking from a clinical or research standpoint. But then they would back me up with some of their value system, like their beliefs, their verses, what made sense to them. So I just felt like today and this weekend was a powerful example of how people can come together from different walks of life. We can learn from each other and we can grow. And there was real growth this weekend. I was so grateful for it. I just love this community. I did not realize how much they needed me, and maybe I need them. That's strange. So, I'm Angela Skurtu. I open bedroom doors if you ever want me for your retreat. I love you. I love all your values. I will respect. Do know I'm going to be different than you, but if we can work together, maybe we can help create a better tomorrow for sexual health.